we would be shooting right outside of this building, and people would stop and just be like, "What are you guys doing?"
Yeah.
There's just like, "What is this?" And we're like, "We're making a Spider-Man movie." They're like, "That's dope."
Right.
Like, people care. The community cares.
And they would stay to like help us. Like this
Right.
one
Really?
guy from City Hall, he was a filmmaker, and he held our green screen, and he was like, "If you guys need any like film tips, hit me up."
So sweet.
Yeah, like it wasn't just like, "Oh, this is cool." It's like, "What are you guys doing
Right.
here? I want to see this."
Yeah.
So yeah.
Funny story about that. He was actually he was in a uniform, right?
Yes.
He's in we
think
thought
so.
we were doing something illegal.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so it was like an officer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
cuffed him
we
up.
had the green screen up, and then he just stopped and was just staring
And
at
just
us.
looked
We're
at
just-
us.
we
We're
just
like-
kept going, and we were like, "Oh no, what's going on?" And then he was like, "I do films, and this is cool." And
Oh, you're just so relieved
Right.
after that.
But he was a great guy, and yeah, he stayed and helped us out.
Watch out, the clock may tick and your life's over. Choosing to be happy takes weight off your shoulder.
Welcome back to the After School Podcast, where we read our lyrics, speak our thoughts, and tell our truth. Today I'm here with Shamar and Lucas. I'm Chris, and we're talking about their new movie, Spider-Man Earth Infinite.
Woo!
So how was it
Spider-Man.
knowing that feeling that you guys finally premiered your movie?
It was amazing. It was like, it's lasted so long. The feeling, it's still lasting because we're not done. But, it's like a combination of stress being lifted off, but also so much joy and love that we have with the cast and everyone who came out to support. Just completion and love.
Mm-hmm. The weight of the world is off of our shoulders. And the weight of the multiverse, actually.
The weight of the entire
The
multiverse.
entire multiverse is off of our shoulders. And there's this one picture that I have on my Instagram of me and Lucas dapping each other up. And like that picture,
Oh, okay.
it explains everything. Like that one picture holds so many
Yes.
words that you can't even really describe. It's just like, yes, it's all over.
The lore is
Yes.
infinite.
I think out of like all the little like slideshow Instagram thingies, that was my favorite.
Yeah.
That was the one I
Yes.
reposted. Can you guys tell me a little bit of what this movie is about exactly?
Yeah. So basically, how do I say this without getting into spoilers? There are-
Don't be Tom Holland.
I'm Spider-Man, right? And he's Spider-Man. And we are from different universes. And something happens that I'm not going to say quite yet. Where, can I say this?
I don't know what you're about to say. Oh, well, it's in the
Every
title.
universe
Oh, okay.
or some universes combined and somehow get into one universe. Yeah.
I'd say that sums it up.
any more?
Yeah, that sums it up without giving it away.
Yeah.
And in the movie, like in the trailer too, you guys also have like some crossovers with DC too, right?
We do.
Yeah, we do. With
How was
DC,
that?
with the Mickey Mouse universe, with
Oh
um,
yeah.
Oh,
Don't spoil it.
You know what?
That's what I'm
Regular
saying.
old Tom Holland over here. I am playing the part. That was, I'm on a substance. That was not true.
Yeah,
at
that's
all.
not
I
true.
don't even-
I
Can we
saw
bleep
the
that
movie.
out?
I don't remember that.
You
I'm
don't
sorry,
remember
I don't
that. We have
remember
a witness.
Mhm.
What was the question?
that. Next question.
Okay, next
How
question.
did it feel that all of these people, like I was there, I think that everyone had a very positive feedback. They were all congratulating you. They were proud of you. How did it feel knowing that they saw what you've been working on for over 3 years, right?
Yeah, it felt really good because it's something. It's like, for me, I don't know if this is also true of Shamar. It's probably also true of Shamar. For me, it's like one of the longest things I've worked on.
Yeah.
And one of the closest to my heart things that I've worked on, because of the people I did it with and the things that I've learned. So to see like the people that are closest to me celebrate that and see what we've been working on all these 3 years, it was amazing. It was
Mhm.
amazing. There's no other way to say it. It was just amazing, and I felt like this is the beginning of something beautiful and the end of something beautiful. Yeah.
You summed it up perfectly. Yeah. Working on this with all my friends, and yeah, this hits extremely close to home because, you know, I've been a Spider-Man fan since I was
Mhm.
like this big, and my whole room was Spider-Man. I've always wanted to play Spider-Man in a movie,
Yes.
and you know, I got to do it, whether it was huge or not, and people love it. And you know, my parents are not the ones to lie. So if it was trash, they would be like, "Yo, I don't know about that one." But they genuinely, like, on the car ride back, we went to Chili's after the premiere, and on the
Okay.
car ride there, they had like a whole 30-minute discussion
Just talking about
talking
how good
about
it
the
was.
movie, the
Wow.
content of the movie, and that's something that really hits because I'm like, wow, like they were talking about it like it was
Like an actual
like a
movie.
Netflix special. Like,
Not that it's not an actual movie, but
yeah, of course
yeah.
it's an actual movie.
Of course.
Yeah, it's not underestimating. And
wow.
as I said, and as Lucas said, it took 3 years to
Mhm.
do. So how was it? I know that in the beginning you guys mentioned how it was just kind of like a you guys thing.
Mhm.
It was just kind of like, oh, I have this epiphany. You have this epiphany. Let's just do it.
Yeah.
How was it incorporating other people's talent into your work? Because you guys are both directors in this movie.
Right.
Right. It was so fun. It was like we were on a sled and we were just like grabbing people coming on for the ride,
Right.
going down a mountain, like. Cause in the beginning, yeah, it was just us, and like, you know, there was nothing for people to be excited about. But then once we made it, people were like, you know, our friends who were at EYTE started really like getting excited about it, and then we were just like, come on board. And it was amazing because everyone showed us new things that we could incorporate with each new person that we brought on, and it morphed. It changed from just something in our minds to something that it got closer to the collective consciousness, because it wasn't just us two. You know, you got more people involved in it, and
Became real.
It became real, and it became something broader, something that like it wasn't just trapped in our minds. It became something that the actors embodied and added to. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm kind of blanking on the question again. Could you remember what it was?
It was, how was it over, since you guys initially started, just you two,
Right.
how was it bringing in everyone's different
Oh,
talents?
okay. Right. Yeah, I've talked about this before,
Mm-hmm.
but I know one of my main goals when we first came up with the idea of making a production company was to get everyone's talent on board,
Mm-hmm.
because we have so much talent. We know so many people with too many talents not to use it, you know.
Yeah.
And actually, that's something that my dad always tells me he regretted growing up, not using all the talent from his family. And because just,
Shamar has
you
a
know,
talented family. Let me say, a talented
stop.
family.
He also has a very talented family.
Oh,
We have
you guys
talented
both
families.
have very talented families.
Yeah, but yeah, I love incorporating other people and just seeing where it's kind of like a chemical reaction. You mix two substances, and then it creates something huge that
Yeah.
wasn't there before. So incorporating people and seeing their perspectives on how we should do things, taking suggestions, and making it into one big movie. It was great. It was a really good experience.
And what is sort of one of the most unexpected things you guys learned from making this?
People care.
Yeah.
People care.
Yeah.
We would be shooting right outside of this building, and people would stop and just be like, "What are you guys doing?"
Yeah.
There's just like, "What is this?" And we're like, "We're making a Spider-Man movie." They're like,
Making a
"That's
Spider-Man
dope."
movie.
Like,
Right.
people care. The community cares.
And they would
care.
stay to like help us. Like this
Right.
one guy
Really?
from City Hall, he was a
Mm.
filmmaker, and he held our green screen, and he was like, "If you guys need any like film tips, hit me up."
So sweet.
Yeah,
What the heck?
like it wasn't just like, oh, this is cool. It's like, what are you guys doing
Right.
here? I want to see this.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Funny story about that. He was actually he was in a uniform, right?
Yes.
He's in
I
we
think
thought
so.
we were doing something illegal.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so it was like an officer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
cuffed him
we
up.
had the green screen up, and then he just stopped and was just standing
And
at
just
us,
looked
we're
at
just-
us.
we
We're
just
like-
kept going, and we were like, "Oh no, what's going on?" And then he was like, "You know, I do films, and this is cool." And
Oh, you're just so relieved
Right.
after that.
But he was
Yeah.
a great guy, and yeah, he stayed and helped us out, and yeah, it was
He
great.
he like made a show on Amazon Prime
Really?
with
Showed
a
us
guy
it.
from The Sopranos. So cool. And I checked it
Oh.
out after. I didn't watch it, but I saw it on Amazon Prime.
Oh
Mhm.
my god.
And I was like, wow,
that's big. That sounds.
that
really
is big. On Amazon Prime, like what?
So you guys, I'm guessing you guys had a lot of like unexpected experiences during the film too. What was your favorite
Yeah.
one out of all of them?
Come back to me. I need to think about that.
I think just all the creativeness that we used was very unexpected and on the
Mm.
spot. Like there were
Oh.
times, like there was this one time we were in the woods filming the last scene, and I was like, "What if I use the stand? What if we use the
Yeah.
stand, make it like extend it all the way,
And then
and then put the phone on the stand and just jump around and
Yeah.
make a POV swinging shot." There was a lot of things like that where, especially the fight scene, the first fight scene,
Mhm.
where we're just like, okay, we need a web. What if we attach it to someone, tape it to someone, and then pull it
Yeah.
off and then put it in reverse?
oh, that's how you guys did
Yup.
it. I was gonna ask you, how did you guys make the webs? Because like some of it was like kind of like animated in a
Right.
way, and then
Right.
some of it was like that. And I would like wondered, how did they make the webs?
It's a mix between animation, which Lucas actually founded.
I gotta.
He founded his own way to make spider webs.
This is what you do when you don't have any money. I found this website via VFX Elements,
Something
yeah.
like that.
Oh, FX Elements, and I looked for webs. They didn't have anything, and so I started looking. I saw this lava thing where it was like lava that just shot up and then like went down.
Uh-huh.
I was like, let me download
Wait, there's
that.
no way you made something out of a lava
I made something out of a
effect.
lava effect. I downloaded it. I cut it at the point when it like shot up
yeah.
right
Yeah.
before it went down. Yeah. And then turned it white, played with the colors, and then for some of them I like copy and pasted and added them onto each other and
to make it,
keyframed
like,
it so that it
longer.
went yeah to make it longer. And yeah, and then Shamar did his own thing with it. So-
There was one day he was at Chipotle, and I was like, "Yo, let me see, like, teach me how to do the web so that I can try it."
Mhm.
Because we split
Yeah.
fight in half. So I did the first half, and that's where I founded the webs. Or no, I founded it for the teaser, and then I used
Yeah.
it there. And he was doing the second half, and he's like, "How'd you do the webs?" And then
What did you do with it?
Oh, okay.
I
So
was like-
it was the same thing pretty much. I'm not sure because you were describing it, and I was like, "Oh, okay." So
Yeah.
you just do it like this.
I actually like Shamar's way better because it looks like it looks like
You didn't like it.
I mean,
he's just modest. He's always
okay.
modest.
It's okay.
Watch. Shamar's the best actor in New Jersey. He won an
Alright,
award for it.
alright,
See, he's
alright.
modest.
No.
So
no.
he put like basic 3D on the web, I
Uh-huh.
think, and then that like stretched it out. And what I liked about that is that it made it more like look like
Elasticy?
play, yeah, elasticy, yeah.
Okay.
So mine was very like you could see the particles of the lava web
Yeah.
sort of coming off. It looked more like just lava, and his looked more like like a stringy substance. Yeah.
I do like your webs better though. If I
We're just glazing at this point.
Yeah,
Let's-
to be
Next
honest.
question. Next question.
What do
But
you
thank
guys What do you guys think is like another like most creative thing you guys had to do? Kind of just like how you
Mm.
said this is what happens when you don't have money.
Right.
Something you kind of like had to improvise.
Oh, there's so many things. I mean, we used silly string for some of the practical webs. What else did we? I feel like there's other crazy. Can you think of it?
I mean, really, the green screens in general.
Oh yeah.
The green screens. So there were a bunch of times where we I know to climb the wall.
Right.
Oh, I think I think that was my
Oh,
favorite.
the-
yeah, you
the
were
slide.
Like, you were like sliding down.
I edited that in, and I was like, oh, okay, that looks
How did
dumb.
you
I'll
even-
fix that
how
later.
did you even
But
do
then I
that?
watched it, and I was like, the fans will love it. To keep it in.
Definitely did love
I
it.
did that by keyframing. I was standing still or
Uh-huh.
laying still on a
the
green
green
screen, and so I just keyframed it that I was sliding down, and that's it.
Oh.
I saw
I-
your head click in the moment when we were on the green screens, and you're just like, "Oh, but how am I going to get off the wall? I got it." And then you just stayed there, and you were like, "Shamar, keep recording," and you just stayed.
Right, and I'm just like,
I was literally wondering because I knew that you were laying down, but I was like, how is he sliding
Right,
down?
yeah.
Because it genuinely looked you were sliding down from
oh
something.
man, we should have revealed it.
Yeah,
That would've
you
been cool.
revealed it.
Yeah.
I was so confused.
We shouldn't have revealed it
Yeah.
right now. Damn it.
What do you think is one of the funniest things that happened with one of the cast members or crew?
Okay, so Jared.
Jared.
Oh my goodness.
is
Was-
that the flip guy?
Yeah,
Yes,
that's the
that's
flip
the
guy.
flip
The
guy.
flip guy was hilarious on set.
I had a problem. I couldn't
Lucas-
stop laughing at it.
Lucas
Really?
couldn't. We were like,
Yes.
okay, we need to lock in on the scene. We're losing so much time, and Jared would just say the dumbest joke, and then Lucas would just continue to laugh.
And like objectively, like if you saw what he said written down on paper, like it's not
It
not
wouldn't-
that
it's
funny.
the
Yeah.
delivery.
It's the delivery,
It's the
bro.
delivery.
It's because it's him.
Yes.
I die every time.
Like there's the very beginning of the robber scene
Mm-hmm.
where he's like, "Wow, you guys want to go rob this place?"
Yeah.
That was improvised, bro.
Right.
He just said
And then
it.
we're like,
I think-
Jared, you know that you're robbing, and we're like, wait a minute. And then
His
he said-
character in general was really funny. Like,
Yeah.
best
had a whole
best character
little-
arc.
That's a
little
good
awakening.
example of how the actor made the character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He really made the character and changed the script. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Jared made that character.
I think the best friend, Spider-Man's best friend,
Oh
and
yeah.
Jared,
Ooh.
Flip Guy, was my favorite character.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
How did you guys come up with that? How did you guys come up with the ending? Try to do it without spoiling it.
Oh.
Because the ending was like, it was just like, so what? Like, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember
How did we-
exactly, but
I think we wrote our story like I don't think we knew the ending before we started writing.
Yeah.
oh.
So I think we wrote, and then as we were writing, the ending kind of
found
formed.
it.
We kind of
Okay.
found it. I think.
the ending chose us.
Yeah.
The ending chose
Yeah.
you.
Ending chose us.
Okay.
Huh.
I always knew that. I just wanted a really big plot twist as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, that
So-
definitely was a big plot twist
Yeah.
for me. I was like shocked. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And do you guys take any inspiration from any filmmakers?
Oh
Like,
yeah.
I remember
Absolutely.
when last time when I did a film, it was like with the film challenge. I took so much inspiration from La La Land.
Oh,
From
that's
La La Land.
that's his
Actually-
director. That's
From,
his director.
from La La Land,
Wow.
from Whiplash,
Yep.
all of those. Tick, tick, tick. Yeah, no, it
That
was
is
crazy.
exactly what I was going to say.
So it's like I wondered, what did you guys take inspiration from?
For me, I'm sure that yours is Quentin Tarantino.
Yes, yes,
Yep.
it is.
Mine is Damien Chazelle.
Yes.
So I love the musicality
Mm-hmm.
in the way he shoots his shots. So on different beats, it'll
Yeah,
be a cut.
it's like
So like
Right.
I tried that in a lot of certain instances,
Mm-hmm.
and also there's a lot of the times where I have the gimbal, right,
Yeah.
and I would flick it back and forth
yeah.
to make it seem like the shots, like his famous
I know
shots,
it's
Right.
the famous one.
the famous whip
I
shots.
The
love
piano
that
and
shot
the-
so
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
much. It's actually insane.
So even incorporating that into like I'm filming a robber, I switch it to Lucas, switch it
Right.
back, the robber's not there. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Right.
So just using it in creative ways.
How many tries did that take?
That I remember that we did it the first year and it didn't work,
Mm-hmm.
and then we did it the second year and it took a lot of tries.
Yeah.
It took like, cause they had to be at a shot and I had to like be looking the right way.
Oh, yeah, and they had to,
Juliet
like,
had to
duck
be
down.
pulled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that they're not in the top. Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah. So a lot of tries.
Right.
A lot of tries.
That was one of the one shots. We have a lot of one shots in this movie.
Oh,
where
yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
We had to
goodness,
get
I
it
think-
exactly right.
Wasn't the ending scene just like one big shot?
Oh yeah.
Or was it not? Which
I
one
mean
was
there
it?
there were different shots, but the
Yeah.
last shot of the end
Yeah,
scene,
yeah. The last shot was
was
one.
It's like
one.
one big shot.
makes me think of La La Land, actually.
Yeah.
That first dance.
I feel
Right.
Like, I
that's
always
so
think about that. I'm like,
admirable.
how the heck did they do that? Like,
One
there
shot.
ain't no way.
How many times did it take for them to
Right.
do that?
Right.
And it's like, I don't know. It's just like the process. And I know when you're making a film, it could be really like stressful.
Mhm.
Yeah.
How do you guys manage dealing with each other?
Well,
How do we?
we try to delegate as much as we can. I remember a time when me and Shamar were very stressed out in the woods filming
Oh,
the
goodness.
fight
woods.
scene.
Wow.
And Juliet was like, I'll take this on.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take on some of the responsibility. She was like, I'm going to do the calendar and the scheduling, and then she did. And that sort of helped take the stress off of
Absolutely.
us. And
Which
then
we should have
moving
thought
forward-
of earlier.
Which we should have thought of earlier.
Yeah.
You guys were
And
like,
that's the thing is, yeah, we started as just like silly Spiderman movie,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then it became real, and we didn't prepare adequately in
Right.
terms of like the people we needed, and we thought we could do everything.
And we tried to
Yeah.
take too much on
yeah,
with between just us two.
right,
And also the fact that we were taking so much on with just us two, we tried to also split things, which also
Mhm.
created
Right,
tension. Because
right.
I wanted
Yes.
something in editing room, he wanted something
Right.
in the editing room, and it's just
yeah, it's
especially if it was
hard.
the same scene.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
hard. Like, I feel like when you try to do like a scene, it's like, I want it this way. I
Right.
have my vision, but then like
Right.
someone else comes and does it a different way.
exactly.
That changes
Right.
it.
We had to remember like that we started it out of joy,
Right.
Yeah.
that it was a fun project, and that
It shouldn't be a burden.
it shouldn't be a burden,
Mhm.
and it shouldn't be something that we take so seriously that it creates too much tension and a rift between us.
Right.
It started because of joy, and we wanted it to end because of joy and bring joy,
Yeah.
and I think that comes through in the movie.
Yeah.
That like every single shot, everyone was laughing, either from a mistake or just from like the joy in the actors' faces.
You
I
said
think
this
we achieved
before.
our goal.
You said this before to me, and it stuck with me. Like for the rest of the time we were filming the movie.
Yeah.
It was one day in the woods when you told me that every shot feels like you can feel the love in every shot.
Right.
This was after a big argument,
Yeah.
Oh.
and
We had a
Oh.
couple of those.
Yeah.
We had a couple of those.
and then at the end we just truced it, and he was just like, like this is beautiful. Like you can feel the love in every single
Yeah.
shot. And watching it back, especially in the movie theater,
Yeah.
especially with an audience, you really feel that.
You really do.
So like we have a $0 budget.
Right.
We had a $0 budget, but you can really feel the love in every
Right.
single
Yeah,
shot.
and the effort and everything.
Right.
And so you guys were fighting during the fight scene, like the ending.
That's
I just
funny.
caught that. I just caught
Imagine
that.
we used it. Method.
Method.
Yeah, it's method acting.
That was the point.
During the fight scene, like about technical stuff,
Mm-hmm.
like it happens, That's what happens when you have two directors
Yeah.
And two people who are very passionate.
who are very passionate,
Yeah.
who are like, I want this to be the best that it can be,
Right.
and neither of them are right or wrong, but they just have different opinions about what the best it can be
Right.
Yeah.
means. So, yeah, it's bound to happen, but
Yeah.
that's good. It shows you care.
Yeah. I think we kind of needed that.
Right.
Yeah.
We needed all the
it.
arguments because it
Right.
taught us so many lessons.
Yeah.
And it also sometimes it created something where we didn't even know. So like I would
Right.
want something, he would want something, and we put them both together. and it
Together,
creates something
right.
that you
Like
didn't even
even
know
better.
was possible.
That's
yeah.
like
Yeah.
that's like the best out of the three.
Right.
Yeah.
And how was it for you guys kind of like putting on multiple hats? Like, I know you guys were directing, producing, you guys were editing.
Yeah. I
Just
thought
like-
you
It was
meant,
educational.
I thought you meant literally.
Putting a different
Like I thought you meant like
Masks.
masks.
Wait. Before we get to that question, how did you get your hair in that mask?
Oh,
Okay.
boy.
Okay.
Should we reveal it?
Should we? I think we.
I think we should.
Please, because
I think
I
we should.
wondered so much.
Okay, so as you can see, I have my afro out without the
Mhm.
mask. Goodness. Okay. So every time I would put my mask on, we'd do it in one day
Okay.
where I'd put it like just on top of my head
Yeah.
with my afro, and then in the next shot would be like another day
Uh-huh.
where I would get cornrows.
Oh.
so I can pull my mask down, and then we would cut the two together, and then
You
it looks like a
all-
seamless.
You guys did
Right.
all of that.
all of that, and then to take it off, the same thing. Take it off, and then I'll have my afro out, and I'll sit it on top of my head, and then take it off, and then just cut the
Damn.
shots.
So you guys really had to like well coordinate
Yeah.
every single time you were taking off your mask.
Yeah.
Thanks, I give all this scheduling and props, and he really like did everything, all the scheduling. So he'd be like, okay, so you need your hair out at this certain time, you need your hair done at this certain time, so we can get these shots. And yeah,
Right.
Damn, that I never even thought of
Mhm.
that.
The unseen work.
the unseen.
The
work.
unseen
There's so
work.
much of that. I made a joke once. I was like, I want to edit this in, like how I actually edited this.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think it might have been for the webs.
Yeah.
I was like, I wanna add a little note. I wanna stop the movie and be like, I actually did this. It took me this amount of hours,
Okay, they've done that in the.
and it was
Spider-Verse.
excruciating.
It was excruciating.
I want you to know this,
I want you to know
in
the
hopes
blood,
that
sweat,
you
and tears I
appreciate
put.
the movie that
Yeah.
much more.
Right.
There's so much unseen work.
Oh my- Are you guys gonna come out with like bloopers?
Yes.
Yes,
Can you
we have
please
to.
come
There's
out with
so much.
bloopers?
We
There's
have
so
to.
much.
There was times where I would literally get hit. Like there's Rocky had the stick. You remember that day?
Oh
And
yeah.
then it was like boom. I was supposed to turn around. The spider sense happens, and I was supposed to turn around and catch the stick.
Yeah.
Right.
But I turned around and it was like boom, right
Oh
on the
my
dome.
gosh.
Another time, when Jose did the kick and the camera was too close to my face, so
Uh-huh.
I faked the kick and the camera was right here, so it was like boom. There's so many, and then there's just funny moments
Right.
of us just messing around.
There's times where we like change the entire premise of the movie with what we
Yeah.
said just because we were having fun, and we're like, we can't use this, but it's so good. Bloopers, and we were gonna put it in bloopers, but we just ran out of time. So
Yeah.
maybe we'll put it out for YouTube.
Yeah.
Bloopers
I'll definitely
during the
watch
credits.
it.
Yeah.
And how was the initial concept different from the final product?
It's longer.
Yeah,
It's
a lot longer.
pause what she said. It is it is what else is it? I don't know. It's like it's more complicated.
Yeah,
I think the ending was the reason why we made it longer.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because then we had to explain a lot of stuff.
And
so
we
it would
wanted-
make sense.
Yeah.
We
exactly.
didn't have the whole. Ooh, when is this coming out? Is this coming out after November 11th or?
Yeah.
It is.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah?
So,
No
spoiler
spoilers.
alert if you haven't watched the movie yet.
Okay.
Go watch it on YouTube. Rebirth Productions.
The scene where the building explodes
Uh-huh.
and everyone starts to scream and all that.
That was horrifying.
Was it?
Yes, it
Yes.
was. I was
Smart edited
scared
that.
when I
and
saw
I
it.
watched the original clip, like another spoiler. We just got
Uh-huh.
dirt thrown at our faces for that
Yeah.
shot, and it was like, oh no! But then the screams when I saw that, I was like,
Where was
oh
that
my
from? Where was that
God.
from?
It was a bunch of YouTube free things.
Oh my
And I
gosh.
combined it, like the building, and then I put like some glass, layered it on
Yeah.
top of it. Put a different
Just
bunch of people
horrifying.
screaming. Yeah, it's
That was
Just
really
horrifying.
horrifying. It was horrifying. It kind of like snapped me back to the movie. Like it was
Right.
that horrifying.
Yeah.
Like I was all giggly and laughing, and it was
Right.
just like
that was the point. That was the
Nice.
point. We wanted to that
That's
wasn't a
good.
part of the movie. Like that whole switch in tone
Mhm.
throughout from there to like the end, that was not a part of the movie at all.
Yeah.
But I think it was one day when we were doing robber scene. I believe we were like,
Oh yeah, yeah. We were
Yeah,
like,
no,
what
the
if it was
atmosphere
cool if we
changed.
like made it awkward between
Yeah.
the Spider-Man because they were ashamed of themselves that they didn't
Right.
stop this tragedy.
Damn.
And then that sort of played into why they were so ready to believe that
Right.
they killed their loved ones.
exactly.
Yeah. Damn, that was tough too.
Yeah.
It was like you went in, no.
Yeah.
And then you went and you did that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then what happened? What?
Yeah, it's like I don't know. I really liked it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is a less unserious question,
Mhm.
but what do you guys feel about Spider-Man? What is it? Beyond the Spider-Verse being pushed back to 2027.
Oh my goodness. I was devastated. Right, Adler? I was devastated. I was devastated. But you know what? I was like, I'd rather.
Yeah.
It shows that they're like trying to make it right, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
They're not going to release something subpar. I'm glad.
Because-
rather this than
No,
they-
I'm mad.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I am mad, but I would be more mad if they released a
Right.
shitty
Right.
Beyond
Yeah.
If they would
Spider-Verse.
have messed up the whole trilogy with this
Right.
Yeah.
last movie because they wanted to rush it, I would be even more upset.
even more
Okay,
upset.
that makes sense.
So, but I am.
It just upset me so much. Like, how are you gonna announce it? And then, like,
Right.
you should have just said nothing. You know.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
Right.
Should have just
I'm
held
sorry.
off.
Right.
You know, it kind of makes me
Why
feel
didn't
like
they just say nothing?
kind of makes me feel like they just
I
didn't
don't
know how
pay
to
attention
end
to the
the
release
last
anyways.
movie, so they just
Oh.
put that sticker on
Right.
it to be
Oh,
continued. You
yeah.
know,
Mm.
That
I'm onto something.
might be honest. That to be
Conspiracy
continued
theories
killed
with
me.
Chris.
Oh my.
Yeah. And last question: what advice do you have towards youth who want to be filmmakers?
Just do it.
Get out and do the
Nike.
thing. Mm-hmm.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Get out and do it. Gather all the people you know, all the people who shares a love and passion for filmmaking, and get out there and do it.
And if you don't know anyone who has a passion for filmmaking, do it yourself.
Exactly.
Do it all yourself and learn.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you will benefit.
So much.
It'll be hard work, but you'll be the only one benefiting from it.
You don't
It's-
need the budget. You don't
Right.
need the big sets. If you have a phone, we filmed this entire movie on the phone. If you have a phone, just pull out your phone and film it. Film whatever.
And
do
buy
it.
storage.
And buy storage.
And buy
And buy
storage.
That's a-
This man has 3 terabytes of storage and he's still full. How? How?
3 terabytes.
3 terabytes.
Well, thank you
So
so
many pictures. Sorry.
thank you so much for watching the After School podcast, and thank you, Lucas and Shamar, for being here. I appreciate you guys so
Thank
much,
Thank you.
and I'm really proud of everything that you guys done, how far you guys come, and I hope to see those bloopers
Yeah.
Yes.
and more.
Blooper.
Thank
I think
you
we
so
should make a
much.
reel.
We
blooper
should make a reel. Post it on,
Like a
on
10-minute
Rebirth.
blooper reel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well,
Thank you for the idea.
We'll get it out to you.
Thank you so much.